Hi, everybody, and welcome to this week's Rocksmith 2014 developer live stream. We made it! Somebody had suggested in the chat room that this was the Skeleton Crew. No, we're all still here. I know we're getting close to a major holiday, and next week is when you'll start seeing people sort of dropping out and not being here. But this week, I'm Dan Amrick. I'm here. I'm the community developer for Rocksmith 2014. This here's Brian Pody. He's one of the note trackers. That there is Shane Gann. He's one of the other note trackers. And they're just some of the fabulous faces that you'll see today as we play the golden hits of Mötley Crüe. This is actually one of our top 40 most requested bands, and we are absolutely thrilled to finally be able to bring 5 big hits, 4 of which we'll be playing today. I'm going to just ruin the suspense. We're not playing Home Sweet Home, okay? So we're going to play the other 4, which, it turns out, the other 4 are the top 4 most requested Mötley Crüe songs as we got them from the request app. Nice. How about that? So we're going to do that. I want to point out a couple of real quick things before we even go to the trailer. We have a special moderator in our chat today, so everybody say hi to Black Widow 9. Jason Paradise is sick, I'm sorry to say. Right before the Star Wars premiere, too. What terrible timing. Yeah, maybe he's not really sick. Maybe he's sick because he's had too much popcorn and he's already in line. I don't know. But regardless, instead of us being left in the lurch, our dear friend Black Widow, whom you know probably from our forums, jumped in, and she's going to be taking care of all of our giveaways. That's right, we still have giveaways. We have some great prizes from Ernie Ball. We've got some DLC codes for Mötley Crüe. And let's take a look at the kind of stuff that you're going to win. Here's the trailer for this week's DLC pack, and when we come back, we will kickstart your heart after this.
I do.
What?
I will say this much. Things are a little weird today. We are feeling loopy. We're not on vacation yet, but, you know, this time next week, it's going to be Christmas Eve. Eve! Yes.
I'm on my way.
Are you on your way? Home sweet home for Christmas? Good for you.
Good one. That's a good joke.
I saw what he did there. Hey, everybody. So that's those are the songs that are in this week's pack. We're going to play 4 of those this week, and we're going to give away some great stuff from Ernie Ball. We're going to give away some DLC stuff, and we've got a special announcement about our very own Shane Gann.
I'm pregnant.
Congratulations.
Yay.
How did you do
Is
that?
it human?
It's not.
No.
Nope. It's food. It's food,
but
baby.
you are kind of having a baby.
A little baby.
In a way, in
Well-
that you have a new album that you're working on
Yeah.
with Hail the Sun, and you don't have to put it out yourself because you got signed.
I got signed.
He got signed.
High
Shane
five,
Gann-
world.
Yes. Shane Gann got a record deal. While
Equal Vision Records.
Fantastic. Congratulations, man. You're
Thank
living
you.
the dream.
It's a dream.
Now the man will take some of your money away that you were making. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I work hard so that he can feed his kids.
That's right. See, it's the circle of life. It's great. That's fantastic. Do you? What's the plan for the next album then? Are you working on that now? Or?
Yeah, we leave for a tour again just to get out to New York. In January, we head out for a couple of weeks to go to New York and record on Long Island with Mike Watts, a guy who did The Deer Hunter, who's in the game.
Yes.
And has worked with a lot of other bands that we really love. We'll be out there for a month tracking the record. And hopefully it'll be out eventually.
Later.
Again,
after we're
it's
done
up
recording.
to those people.
Definitely not before we're done recording.
That's true.
That's great.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Brian, what do you have to share with us?
Vince Neil lives in my hometown.
Really?
Yeah.
Even cooler. Even cooler.
That's right up there.
Yeah, thanks.
That's
thanks.
yeah.
I learned that recently.
That's
He's on the East Bay mud list of top water wasters.
Is he really? Does he have a big lawn?
I assume so. He's out on tour. I don't know who's using his water.
Good point. Which one of you fine gentlemen actually tracked the song?
I did this one.
You did?
Kickstart My Heart.
And Mr. Pody, you're jumping on bass because please. Oh yeah, here's our other special guest. Please show them the bass. So this
and
is
the T-shirt and everything.
yeah,
you are Mötley
you brought it out.
Crüe.
So
There's
this
a
is the
crotch on my
this is an
chest.
Epiphone Thunderbird bass. This is Brian pointed out that Sharon, our associate producer, what's
Yes.
her
Mhm.
or senior producer? Associate
Senior.
producer.
Something.
She always plays this bass at her desk, and he's like, we should get the Thunderbird on the show because it's a very Mötley Crüe bass. You know, like Nikki Sixx is famous for playing the Thunderbird. And I'm like, yeah, but she's really protective of that bass. And so sure enough, when I asked her, she gave me such a look. And I was like, well, be really careful with it. It's
I'm glad
okay.
I put you up to it.
Yeah, I know. I was just like, but Brian suggested it. I totally threw you under the bus. She's like, okay. I'm like, yeah, I'll polish it, and like it's great. It'll come back there. And so you're doing Kickstart My Heart with an appropriate bass, and you're playing on Mr. Pody's Gibson Les Paul there.
Yes,
the one
I
with his
am.
custom pickups. How come? Do you have any of his custom pickups? Have you?
No one does.
Just their
You-
Pody limited
you
editions.
made them?
Yeah.
He actually wound them and everything.
Wow, you wowed me.
What do we need to know about Kickstart My Heart before you actually
It's
play?
a rip-roaring rock and roll jam filled with super cool riffs. I don't know, the whole pack is really fun riff-wise.
It is.
Yeah, it start to finish is super fun and
All right, let's play
exciting
the song Kickstart My Heart by
and
Mötley
shreds
Crüe.
and notes.
Yes.
Guitar.
It's good
Kickstart-
guitar music.
Rock
It is.
and roll.
It has been suggested that this one is probably the most approachable of the pack.
Aside from Home Sweet Home.
Okay,
Yeah.
so of the up-tempo ones, this is the one you probably want to start with. But Home Sweet Home is yes, 'cause that's the one we're not going to play because it's so easy. You guys can do it on your own. But really, we wanted to rock.
No, we
wanted
just
to
didn't
kick out
want
the
to
octane.
cry. It's a
Yeah.
ballad.
Jason did track the piano part in that too, which is
That's
worth
cool.
noting.
Yeah, played by Tommy Lee.
Somebody on Facebook asked, "How does he make that sound?" That's the whammy bar. He's starting the chord with the whammy bar all the way down, and then pulling it up, and then simulates the engine noises like that. Yeah.
She's a babe.
Lots of congratulations for your record deal, by the way, Shane.
Thank you, everyone.
Pogor6 just asked, downstrokes all the way? Yes.
Oh, for rock and roll, yeah.
Yeah. For the chuggy bits, yes, but on the riffs, please notice that Shane is doing alternate picking for stuff like that. More!
Yeah.
More!
I'll play all ups now.
That's gonna hurt and sound terrible. He's doing it.
It's really hard. I can't do it.
What we found is never, ever, never test Shane. Because Shane will do it on a dumb joke. If you have not seen Shane refuse to blink out of sheer force of will for 3.5 minutes, please do check that out. That is one of our highlights of the year of the stream, for sure. I actually did make it a Twitch highlight, so you can click on it after the stream. Check it out. It's rather astounding.
I have a couple of talents. That's one of them.
Guitar and staring.
Not a tune.
Eye contact's important, you know?
Yeah, I think the low E on your bass has slipped.
It might be because the bridge is
Is in need of attention.
great.
Fine. Excellent.
There you go.
Just gonna play an A.
Uh-oh, here we go. Wish me luck.
Luck.
Miss.
So is this the last appearance of the Epiphone Thunderbird on the on the stream? Do over. Yeah, that bass went wildly
There we
out of
go.
tune.
Perfect.
So this brings
Still
up
got
a
an
good
82.
Yeah, this brings up a good point. Hey, these are in D standard.
Yeah.
That is, everything is down a little bit. So if your guitar is having trouble keeping tune, you might want to get some heavier strings, throw one set higher. So if you normally play with 10s,
Yep.
throw on 11s and then tune down to D standard, and the neck tension should be just about where you want it. It should feel comfortable, and you should have tuning stability with that, which we did not do with any of our instruments this
Mine's
week.
got 11s on it anyway.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, you're, you know.
Because you have strong fingers.
I have
Or arthritis.
I have half of mine on 11s and half of them on 10s now. I like 11s more because I like to hit hard. When I'm a rhythm guy.
You gotta hit
Yeah.
it like you mean it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, everybody. So, did you want to add anything to that? I don't think you need to.
I think it speaks for itself.
You definitely illustrated the point that you need to do that with downstrokes.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's more fun for me to do those. The ending, as you can hear, it's that voice box solo. Super, it's A minor pentatonic, but it's down, so it's technically G minor pentatonic.
Okay.
And then he just switches up to the higher position, just an octave up, same thing, just doing shapes. So I'm not entirely sure what I played or what, but it sounded and looked good, right? And that's rock and roll. That's my last note.
Very good. Well done.
Thanks.
Thank you, Shane. It's time for the first giveaway.
Thanks, Jared, for the clapping.
And there it is. Yes, Jared clapping you in. It's the Ernie Ball bass pack. Thank you very much. You will get two wonderful sets of bass strings, the regular slinky bass. These are sort of the do-all everything standard for bass strings. If you don't know what gauge you should be playing, try these. These will work. You'll also get a brand new Poly Pro strap from Ernie Ball, a lovely packet of Wonder Wipes. You guys hear me talk about this every week. I sure do like these. This is an easy, clean way to keep your guitar all nice, shiny, purdy, and wonderful.
Guitar.
And
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you also get a peg winder to make those string changes easier, assuming you have very, very small bass tuners. Some heavy picks, a dozen heavy picks actually, and then 3 of our medium picks. The black and gold picks are well, actually Sharon is the person that gave me a whole bunch more.
Oh, there's new stash?
There's probably about 100 left, I would say, overall. So that's more than I had. But going into that, I didn't realize there was any more stashes in anybody's desk. So we were down to about 30, and that's when I finally reordered.
I can't believe she was holding out on us.
No, I
this
just
whole time.
didn't ask. She's always said,
knew.
she's like,
She
let me
knew
know.
You wanted it.
No, she's always said, let me know
She
if you need
held
more.
it
But I
out on
thought
us.
she had showed me,
no.
like, I thought she gave me the
Irredeemable. There's nothing you can say.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jared McAdams,
Hey.
late of Tempest and Circadian Rhythms, and Sam Schwartz.
Oh.
Sam, what's you did Everything So Green. Did you do that
Yeah.
under your own name, or did you do that under a different band?
No, that's my band.
That's your band.
Yeah. So
The Schwartzman. No,
exactly.
it
Why
wasn't
do you
that.
ask?
Oh, well, because we talked about Shane, and he's got a record deal, and
Oh
Hail
yeah,
the
I
Sun.
mean mine.
And so
that was
you
like
have
a year ago. It was like a project I put
but
out.
people can still go find it if they came onto our stream within
There's-
the last year and they didn't know about Everything So Green.
Yeah. Feel free to. It's still up there. It's on Bandcamp. You go to Everything's So Green. It's
And
up there.
Can people send you money somehow?
People can send me money. It's on Bandcamp.
That's good.
So they can pay me as much as they want for the tracks, which a few people have done. I think you are one of those people.
I did actually
Yeah.
pay you for those. That was
Yeah.
good.
Hey,
Darn good EP.
Well, thank you.
I've been selling them to other people, so
Yeah.
it's really working out great for
yeah,
everybody.
no,
it seems
congratulations.
like.
Yeah.
We'll talk later.
Yeah. You guys are here to do Dr. Feelgood, which is quite the song.
It's a pretty good one.
It's awesome.
I mean,
Yeah.
I unironically like all this stuff now. At the time, I was in high school when this stuff came out, and I was all like, hair metal and hairspray, and guys wearing makeup and
Sounds
stuff.
like you had a really thick tongue
I
back
did,
then.
yeah. I had some problems. But all my friends were into like pop metal, and I was like, no way, man. I'm a white kid from the suburbs. I'm into the blues.
Oh,
So,
yes.
it took me a while to come around to this kind of music, and now I'm like, I actually do want to learn how to play all this stuff. It's
Yeah.
so much fun.
the riffs are just A+.
They're really
Right,
good.
exactly.
It's like there's a lot of bands sometimes where like I guess it was the reason I played Slayer last week is because it's like A+ riff.
Sure.
It's absolutely A+. And each one of these songs, riffs are just A+ all over the place.
So, did you do Dr. Feelgood?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And did you play bass on this?
I played bass in the original recordings.
Excellent.
In the
That's
studio,
fantastic.
Sure.
Well, Nikki
Yeah.
was passed out.
Yeah.
That happened fairly often.
They
if you
call
read his
in the ringer.
biography,
Yeah.
it's like, get us McAdams, McAdams. They
Yep.
just shout it out,
Yeah.
and you just appear.
Showed up my 9-year-old self.
I'm ready to rock. Let's do this.
So kids have
anyway.
runny noses.
Right,
That's what you're
exactly.
saying, right?
No, yeah. It was just some snot-nosed kid walked
Yeah.
into the LA studio. That's all I was. What were you thinking? So,
Yeah.
Sam, is there anything you want to tell us ahead of time about Dr. Feelgood? Like I said, a little looser stream this week.
I don't know. I'd love to just play it, and maybe if people
Sure,
have
something-
questions, I'd love to answer questions if people have them.
Okay.
Because there are a lot of really cool.
I'd
things
love
about
to
the
just
character.
pepper Sam with questions
Throughout
mercilessly
the thing,
throughout the
so that he
performance.
screws up a bit?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
Let's
bring him down to my level.
Let's try it that way. Let's do Dr. Feelgood by Mötley Crüe. If you do have any questions for Sam about the transcription or about how to play this song, if there's something that we can illustrate for you after we're done this performance, happy to do that. Just let me know in the chat room. That's why I'm holding this iPad. It's not just because I'm so bored with this that I'm checking my phone the whole time.
Oh, a full-scale bass. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Now you're at my level.
you're playing the Sharon Epiphone Thunderbird on loan from the collection of Sharon. She has a collection of one at her desk. Loopy Elf says, Nikki was dead. I'm sure he'd love to tell you about it sometime. He has told that story a lot.
This is fun.
You right?
What's happening?
Shaking a mouse.
It's all good.
I don't like it. Feels
We can ask
sick.
you questions.
Oh, you really do want it. Can you shake the mouse a little bit? No. That doesn't fix it.
Our monitor's wigging out. Oh! What did you do?
Buzzkill.
Destruction.
Resume song.
All right, here we go. We got it.
Thank you for fixing it, Brian Pody. Hey, everybody watching the stream has had that same thing happen to them. I guarantee
Also-
you.
This is how they did it on the record, man.
This is how it was in the studio, remember.
That's right. Every once in a
Jared
while.
was there, and he was 9. How could he forget that?
It was actually 12, but I looked to 9.
That's good.
CJ Blanford says, I used to have the Sega Genesis Mötley Crüe pinball game called Crüe Ball. He's correct. One of the only pinball games available for Genesis for a long time. I should add that to my collection. I have a bunch of video pinball games in my collection because I'm a big pinball nerd, and I do not have Crüe Ball. Like your 16-bit renditions of Crüe songs, that's where to get them. Disco Bit says we need to get Sharon on the stream. I agree.
I agree.
She has been invited several times and she politely declines. So just as when we don't get the rights to songs that we'd like to include, we politely ask again later after some time has passed to see if the
I
attitude
think
has
she came
changed.
on for Spinal Tap for the
She
big
did.
bass finale.
She did. She was on for the Big Bottom bass finale that we did.
Oh, that's right.
But I think that's
I remember
the
seeing
only
that.
time that she has shown up. Well, the door is always open, metaphorically. We close it just because there's people outside. But you make that look so easy, Sam.
It's actually not that bad.
Oh,
I'll break it down. It's not.
nice pose for the solo. Says Dr. Zize Trayvon.
Thank you, Dr. Zize Trayvon. I appreciate the compliment.
This is Black Widow's favorite song on the pack. The cyclist wants to know, does Sam have to change to that pose for the solo?
It actually
or is
helps.
it just a choice?
Because I'm up here, so it to me is harder than like being up here, you know?
Sure.
So, and I don't want to hit Jared in the face by putting it like
I
this.
appreciate that.
So like that's why I'm like
No more blood
this
in the streaming studio, please.
So there's a legitimate reason why I do that.
But it also looked pretty badass, gotta say.
Whatever works. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Get her done.
Yeah.
That's what I always say.
Chuno78 wants to know, how long does it take you guys to finish a track?
Really depends on the track.
Is it ever really finished?
I guess, yes,
I guess it
is.
is when
Actually,
we
when
send
we
it
ship
out.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
supposed to be.
pretty finished.
Unless you're Howlin' Wolf, then it's not. Then it's not finished.
Well, getting the rights to the song, getting the audio assets and everything, that can take a while. That can take months. But actually, like from the day you start actually working on the track to getting it finished, like a week, give or take,
week, 10
depending
days
on
sometimes.
how hard the material is.
Yeah, we've had songs, take as long as like when I did Boston, I think it took us it was like 8 or 9 work days, which was like almost 2 weeks of work because it's just like so dense and it's hard to hear. Like that's a bigger part of it than
Like
how
denser,
difficult.
if they're like extra guitars and
yeah,
things.
yeah, because it's like, oh, which ones do we track and or what do we put where?
Or do we do alternate arrangements for those things or what have you?
And then to add on to that, Pogor6 asks, how do you guys create the different difficulty levels? By hand.
Yeah, that's all. That's all done based on our musical sensibilities and our experience with people who have who are learning the guitar, and we've developed some standards over time. But yeah, that's all manually entered by us. The key is to find a balance between what is approachable and learnable for beginners at earlier stages of guitar. But keeping it so that it still feels like the song, you still feel like you're playing along with the song and playing something that's meaningfully related to the music. So we don't want to just go in and say, oh, just take out every other note, because sometimes every other note are the ones that you need to be hearing to feel like you're playing the right notes.
Sure. And finally, Convolved asks, any special software tools you use? Yes. So let's take a break now, and we'll do a giveaway for the 5 DLC songs from the Mötley Crüe pack. Black Widow has... I'm so trying hard not to use Black Widow's real name because I speak to her most days, and I speak to her with her real name, and I don't want to give it away because otherwise it would be in her name. Anyway, Black Widow is going to give you a chance to win one of 5 Steam codes. Each of those Steam codes, bless you.
Excuse me.
Snot-nosed kid.
Hey.
While we do that, while you guys do that, we're going to take a brief break. We're going to swap around a couple of people. We're going to get ready to play Shout at the Devil, but we're going to give you a look at Guitarcade. Hopefully, you are playing the Guitarcade games when you're not playing the actual songs that inspire you to play. Get into some leaderboard battles with some friends over the holiday break, and this is what you have to look forward to. We'll be right back.
In Rocksmith 2014, we've got 11 new Guitarcade games. Guitarcade is the area of Rocksmith where you can learn new skills such as bends, slides, tremolos, chords, and all that, and brush up on your techniques in a less formal, less structured environment. Ducks Redux is the Ducks game that we always wanted to make. It's probably the first one you played in Rocksmith 1, and it's really simple. You're moving up and down the fretboard. Last time we were limited to just the top string, and now as you progress, you'll get to do it on every string on the guitar. Scale Racer is an 80s style arcade racer where you're learning guitar scales. You're on the run from the cops. And as you play the scales up and down the guitar neck, you go faster and faster to get away from the cops. You can either play the next note early for more bonus points, or wait until just the last second to crash the cop car that's chasing you into the oncoming traffic. It's light years beyond anything we did in Rocksmith 1. Gone Whalin' is another one of the all-new mini games we've added to Guitarcade for Rocksmith 2014. Gone Whalin's all about dynamics, and the louder you play, the higher the guy goes. The softer you play, the lower he goes. A lot of beginners just play as loud as they can, and the true masters, the guys who really know what they're doing with the guitar, they know it's all about your fingertips, it's all about your touch and how soft you can play. Gone Whalin' helps you learn that. The most popular Guitarcade game in Rocksmith 1 was Dawn of the Chorded, where you learned chord shapes and shot up approaching hordes of little zombies. So Return to Castle Chorded has more zombies, more chords, more everything. There's boss battles, there's cutscenes, there's a great tongue-in-cheek story. It's in every way a nod to 90s, rail shooters. One of the things that people loved about Guitarcade before was that we had leaderboards for every game. You could check your high score against the world. We've kept that, but we've made it better. Instead of just passively checking your position on the leaderboard against the rest of the world, Rocksmith actually looks at where you are on the leaderboard and sends challenges your way. The leaderboard challenges provide never-ending motivation to keep getting better at the games themselves, but then also at guitar. When we shipped Rocksmith 1, everyone said that it was a classic rhythm game, but with a real guitar. That wasn't necessarily the case. It's a great learning tool. In Rocksmith 2014, we've made the learning better, but we've also added Score Attack, which is essentially a classic rhythm game, but with a real guitar. It's all the stuff that you expect: locked difficulty, head-to-head battles, duets. Everything is just so much better. The learning is better, it's more fun. It really is just another thing that makes Rocksmith 2014 the best way to learn guitar.
I do. Coming October 2013. What? Are you mad? Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Rocksmith 2014 live stream here in 2015. So we're really spanning the eras. And this week we've got 80s and 90s metal artists Mötley Crüe as our featured artist. My name's Dan Amrick. I'm the community developer. If you're just joining us, you have not missed out on all the giveaways, but you have missed out on some of them. I believe that that's pretty much the main reason people tune in to the show in the first place.
That's why I'm here.
They want, you want the free stuff? Free stuff is coming your way. We actually have some more stuff from Ernie Ball to give away, and Black Widow 9 in our chat room is the person that will give you all the instructions and the cue. You do not need to enter the raffles until the raffles actually begin. But she will tell you what you need to do and all the fun stuff that you need to do to win. But until we do our next giveaway, we're going to play some music with Greg Barr, Note Tracker, and, of course, you recognize Brian Pody from just 15 minutes ago. And, Anthony, did you win your Rocket League game that you played in between? Of course you did, because he's a master.
Lose.
No. No, you don't. Oh, you lose when I play with you. That we've proven. Man, people are nasty online in that game. We played last night, and we got called names and all kinds of crazy arrogance and stuff, and it just, just like, well, play what makes you happy. Have fun, guys. Thanks for the game. You guys also suck. Okay, I enjoyed our time together. You guys, okay, whatever. So, by the way, that's. I have invented, this is the sign language for Dan types on the internet. Mm-hmm. Yeah. My wife has noticed that every time I say when I'm talking about like being on the internet, I do this.
Smashing the keys.
Yeah, just smash the keys. Like flippers or something. And I'm like, what? That makes sense. I type really fast. So to me, it's like,
do this.
Right. No,
this is much more comical, yeah.
I'm angry on the internet. That's that's the key. So anyway, we're going to play Shout at the Devil, speaking of being angry on the internet. Hey, which one of you fine gentlemen did this note track?
I did.
Brian Pody. Because I never know when I have two talented note trackers in front of me. I don't know who's the lead note tracker for this song. Brian, did you choose Shout at the Devil? Was it assigned to you?
Shout at the Devil was assigned to me, but it was kind of a happy coincidence because I was in a band that covered this. So I was like, oh, great, I know this one. And
awesome. And did you?
As so often happens, I sat down and I was like, oh, man, I was playing it wrong.
Yep. It's hard to unlearn. I've had a couple of songs, Funk 49, I had to unlearn how I was playing that.
I don't have any problem forgetting everything that I know.
Oh, that's good.
So
that's definitely a life skill.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've completely forgotten this since, 2 o'clock when I practiced it. So
perfect. Is there anything that you want to do to set it up, or you want to just play it?
It's pretty straightforward.
This bass part looks kind of hard.
There's
oh, well, we'll find out.
Oh, all right. You're doing a sight read? It's a gift for everyone.
Yeah.
We get to see Greg just make it up as he goes along, which is wonderful.
I always do.
Yeah.
Swinging it.
It's lots of fourths.
Yes, somebody had noted in the chat room that they certainly like to do fourths.
Yeah.
This is a very
Good
fourths-heavy
interval.
band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good interval.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's play it. It's Shout at the Devil by Mötley Crüe, one of the 5 songs. Normally, if you're a regular viewer of our live stream, we would be doing a backtrack spotlight right about now. But we're kind of done with those for the year. We'll bring them back next year. And we kind of just want to play some more Mötley Crüe. So we're like,
Those frets.
never mind.
I don't know what those are.
If
They're
you
high.
15.
17
Oh, yeah.
even.
Slides.
If you'd like to see some of the previous backtrack spotlights, these are little insider insights into the theory or the technique or the history of a bunch of the songs in the game. They're all available in the forums at rocksmith.com in our DLC section. Ooh. Why the 17th fret on the E and not the 12th fret on the A for that opening bass note?
Because that's how Nikki Sixx plays it.
There you go.
And it's way funner to play it like that. I gotta say, that was fun.
Generally, when you see something like that, if you're like, gee, I didn't think it was played there, that's because the team has actually gone, looked at live reference, looked at any videos that they can find, lessons that those people have given on how to play it. Because sometimes they did that back in the 80s. The artists themselves would write columns for magazines and say, this is how I play it, and they'd have photos and stuff like that. So any available information that the team can get, they're trying to give you the same way that it was recorded on the original recording. Occasionally they'll do changes if they feel like it's beneficial to you as the player, but 9 times out of 10 they're going with what the artist did. Juicebox420 wants to know, are you guys doing a pack next Tuesday? We are. Next Tuesday will be our last DLC for the year, but really it just means we're taking 1 week off for the holidays. We will be back with more DLC and fresh streams in early January, but Tuesday we're also going to do a bonus stream for next week's DLC. We have already announced that it's going to be a 6-pack from Stone Temple Pilots. We decided to announce a little bit early due to the unfortunate passing of Scott Weiland. But we have pre-recorded that stream. The giveaways will be live. Oh, yeah. The giveaways will be live.
You can't not do it.
But the show will be pre-recorded because we're scattering to the 4 winds, and, it's the holidays, so we're taking time off. So that'll be Tuesday at 3 p.m., 6 p.m., 11 p.m., the standard time of block of time, but we're just shifting it to Tuesday from Thursday because we figure Christmas Eve, you probably have better things to do than to watch a guitar live stream. Hopefully you do. Playing the fade out. Pro style.
It would have been better if I could have played it more quietly.
No, I like that very much. This is not the backtrack spotlight. No, there is no backtrack spotlight on Shout at the Devil. It's just we decided to forego the backtrack spotlight this week. Sorry, Toy Machine. Have a great vacation, says Drizzt Tavon.
Oh, thank
Drizzt
you.
Ravon.
Drizzt Ravon.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was Dr. ZZ. I thought it was like a ZZ Top reference and then a Dr. John reference. And what do I know? These kids today with their music.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever dress up as your favorite guitarist when in the studio recording new tracks, says Chuno78? Probably David Stevens.
Yeah,
I can see him doing that. You know, just
Yeah.
totally immersing
It's a
himself
great
in the
idea,
role.
though.
Yeah. You did dress up as Kenny when we played the South Park theme on the Primus stream. That was pretty good.
I did.
You had an orange hoodie, so you just
Yeah.
put it up and played that 30 seconds.
Sam has a good kind of alter ego,
He
like
does.
shredder guy.
Yeah.
I forget his name exactly, but he should come on the stream.
He has. He did.
Oh,
I
he
think
did?
for Halloween.
Oh, you're right.
last year?
Yes, he did. Oh, yeah.
He does
I
that
didn't realize
live.
that was an established thing. I thought that was just a
his
one.
alter ego.
Oh, okay. So that's actually psychosis, is what you're saying. That's like deeper than any of us ever thought it could go.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. So all right. So maybe we'll have him on for an intervention on a future stream, and we can get around that. Let me take a real quickly. If you have any questions, now's a good time because we have one more song, one more giveaway. This is when we usually ask. We try to handle some Q&A. As I mentioned, we will be streaming on Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. GMT. Next week, that's the 22nd. That is the day that the Stone Temple Pilots 6-pack comes out. Good news, we are going to play all 6 of those on the stream as well.
It was a great stream.
It really was. We recorded it yesterday because that was the day that worked out for everybody. And, I'm really happy with the performances. I'm really happy with the material. People don't know what the songs are, but chances are good if you've requested a Stone Temple Pilots song, and we got a lot of requests for Stone Temple Pilots, you're probably going to be happy. At least one of the songs that you were looking for is going to be in that 6-pack, I think. So that's looking forward to that. Hopefully you'll be here. Jason Paradise and I will be there to moderate the chat with you guys, talk while it's going on. But I'll just be at home, probably in my pajamas, because I can be. Let's see what else. Let's see. Jarmac SF is in the chat room, also handling some of the questions. Anything I missed, if he's giving you the answer, it's totally legit. He knows more than I do. He's a note tracker. Let me see. What else do we got? Is it just me, or is the open A really booming and too loud on Anthrax's Madhouse? It's just you, Knifehog. Sorry. The raffle is not going to pre-recorded, Baseman71. I swear you've been here for the whole chat, and I know I said this multiple times. The giveaways will be live on Tuesday. You will not get any of the prizes until the following year because I won't be here to ship them. But yeah, we are going to go ahead and do live giveaways with DLC codes for Stone Temple Pilots as well as both Ernie Ball packs. It is, in terms of your personal greed, completely a normal stream. It's just that everything that you see is already in the can. So there's nothing else there. How many guitars does Dan currently have? Dan said you'd know.
I'd like to know that.
No, you don't want to know
I
that.
do. I want to know.
It's not really relevant to what we're talking about here today.
It's a multiple of 10.
It is a multiple of 10. I will say that. And some of those are my wife's. And only 2 of them are basically the same guitar in 2 different finishes. So there's that. My wife has a lovely Ernie Ball Sterling Music Man bass.
Nice.
That was the big. What was that? Was our 15th anniversary? No, I guess that was our 10th anniversary. I got her that for our 10th anniversary.
Nice
she doesn't want to play anything else. Like American made Ernie Ball Music Man, unbelievable, beautiful guitar. And of course, I was taking a photo of it and I put a chip in it right away. And she's never forgiven me, and she has every right to not forgive me. So I'm now her sort of guitar slave for the rest of my life. Like, if it needs tuning, I tune it. If it needs changing the strings, I do that.
I'm
but
pretty
yes.
sure you're into that anyway.
I kind of like it, but at the same time, I do. It's one thing if I offer to do it. It's another thing if it's just expected that I do it because I'm the I'm the string changing guy. Like, she's got her personal roadie, so go figure. But in any case, yes, I have a lot of guitars, that's all that needs to be said. If I had as much talent as I had guitar, if I could sell some of the guitars and get better at playing the ones that I had left as a direct trade, I would totally do that. But
you can sell your soul. That's what we all did.
Yeah,
that's how you learn to play guitar. Everyone knows.
Went
that.
down to the crossroads.
Yeah,
I can't
Robert
find a buyer.
Johnson,
Nobody wants that. No, it's not that I wouldn't sell my soul. It's that I can't give it away.
Satan's a picky guy.
Satan is a picky guy. Yeah, go figure. Who needs Gibson's G-Force tuners when you have Dan? Says Shizora. So yeah, that's kind of true. Hey, all right. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's do that last song. Who's staying on? Oh, Greg is staying on. Brian Pody, you're gonna go back to the Wheels of Steel, I guess.
Gonna leave.
I'm going to actually play this. I'm gonna play the Les Paul bass for this last one. Because I like the way that this one tunes down. Again, we are in D standard this week. And all that really means is that you will need to retune to play all 5 of these songs. That's the original key that these songs are in, and they sound right. They feel right when you play them in such a manner. Where's the? I had a pick because I believe this one does play with a pick, and I like playing bass with a pick, which I'm sure is going to make everybody in
Nikki
the.
Sixx does as well.
See, then it must be right. I wanted to come over here to show the bass. So yeah, I'm not going to play the Sharon's Explorer because I don't want to break it. But this is our lovely Les Paul standard bass. I don't know if they still make these at Gibson. I don't know if these are currently in the lineup, but they made them for a couple of years, and it's a very nice. So our last song today is "Girls, Girls, Girls" by Mötley Crüe. I like any song where you only have to remember one word in the title and then just repeat it.
Girls, girls.
Yeah, girls,
Yep.
girls, girls.
That's
Clearly, you note tracked this. Was it fun?
Clearly.
Yeah. Was there any? Is there anything that you learned over the course of this particular?
It's a good riff. It's a really good riff. I gotta say that.
I always figure you guys have these deep insights, and sometimes you do. Actually, I'm glad you asked. I have a 15-minute dissertation
Right, yeah.
on tritones,
This is not
and
that
I really,
song.
yeah.
This
song is just fun to play.
This song looks really pretty when
Okay.
it's coming down the note way. There's a lot. I'm serious. There's a lot of slides.
That's good to know.
It is these guys. They write fun music. It sounds fun. It feels fun, and it also looks fun in the game.
Okay,
So
well,
it's really fun.
let's have some fun.
Very fun.
Let's play "Girls, Girls, Girls" by Mötley Crüe, one of the 5 songs in the Mötley Crüe pack. And better still, I think this is in tune. Yeah, I'd really like to tune. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, I'm not even in D. I tried to do it without a tuner. I am in A tuning. That's true. Everything is in A tuning. Not in A, but everything is to A tuning. As Stephen Wright said, everywhere is walking distance if you have the time.
This thing plays great, by the way.
All right,
love this.
I'm good. You'll notice in the little lower corner there, that's where we were using the quick tuner. I don't know if people use that very often, but you don't have to go into the full tuner if you think you're just a little bit off. You can check it there, and that's exactly what we did. And yes, his Les Paul is beautifully set up. All right, Girls, 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 and then we'll do another giveaway. We've got Ernie Ball guitar pack to give away, and then we will let you all go and do that last-minute shopping by buying, I don't know, Hail the Sun albums, copies of Critical Path. Oh, I only practice this on a short scale, so I'll probably get this all wrong.
This one really needs a whammy bar.
So I lived in LA for a couple of years, and I didn't really find it compatible, but I did go and drive the strip once or twice and saw some of the strip clubs and talk about it in this game. Didn't go in. Did go into all the guitar stores. Seventh Veil is on the strip. It occurs to me that if you are smart enough to mention a strip club or write a song about strip clubs and call them out by name, it's a great way to make sure you get free drinks for life.
Drinks.
And whatever else may...
whatever else they have there.
Whatever else they offer you, I suppose. I guess that's today's lesson. If you're going to grow up and be a big rock and roll star, make sure to write plugs for specific businesses into all your songs so that they take care of you when you walk in that door. Oh, you still have some stuff to do. Well done.
It's a gesture.
Yeah, that's really it.
Although I did have to track each one of those notes. I'm like, oh, God.
Did you really?
Well, yeah. Yes.
Wow.
Oh, I track all the notes.
You track all the notes? You don't just leave a few out? Be like, I'm
Sometimes I
tired
just-
today.
You know what?
95% is the new 100%. There you go. That's screw it. Wow, I can't believe that I got 98% on that myself. Actually,
Very
that's
well done.
unusual, especially on a full-scale bass for me because I'm not used to playing it. But that's how approachable this song is. If you're looking for a really fun, goofy song to play on bass, "Girls, Girls, Girls" by Mötley Crüe is the jam. You bet. Yes, sir.
Flicking the pick. He does, yeah.
Nick Mars plays
I can't
the G
believe
chord
he
very
plays it
weird?
like this. Yeah, we could. Yeah, I remember.
Do you want
us
the close-up
discussing
camera
that.
for this?
Sure, why not?
Is this worth seeing?
Yeah, if you want to.
Sure.
It's a weird way to play it, but he does. He just plays it like this, like with this third.
Sometimes he wraps the thumb over.
And sometimes he'll wrap. Yeah, sometimes he'll wrap his thumb over like that.
So
I mean,
it's a G
it's
bar
just a
chord that isn't a
G5.
bar chord,
It's just like this,
right?
basically.
He's just playing it in different positions.
But then he plays it.
But
in a
he
different
plays it like
position.
that. I was like, I guess I'll put it in there like that.
Oh, okay. That's
It's
very odd.
difficult.
I
It
didn't
makes it
notice that
much
because I
more
haven't played this
difficult.
one on guitar yet. So.
Yeah, it's a weird chord. You know.
Funky.
You could probably just play it like this, and it would probably pass. Maybe.
I guess
Right.
it's all like what he's comfortable with or
Yeah.
what he's used to.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Cool.
it. That's about it.
Well, thank you very much, Greg. Appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's pretty much our show. We like to end it with a.
Yeah.
How about we end it with a giveaway? Actually, we've got a great Ernie Ball guitar accessories pack. You're going to get strings. You're going to get a strap. Look at all the stuff you're going to get. Look at it now. There it is. Yeah. So here's what you're going to win. Somebody's going to win this. And again, we've done this giveaway a lot, and we do this every week. We give away a bass pack and a guitar pack. One of the questions always comes up: do I have to be in North America to win? No, you do not. We are here in San Francisco, but we're happy to ship it anywhere until somebody tells us that we're not allowed to do that. And we've been so flagrantly violating whatever rule that is that I'm guessing that there is no rule, and it's okay. So feel free to enter to win all of this stuff. You've got a peg winder. You've got a brand new strap, a Polypro strap. Black matches all of your guitars. You've got a dozen medium picks and 3 of our very special Rocksmith picks, plus 2 packages of regular Slinky strings. These are the 10 gauge. These are good do-all, do-everything. If you've never looked into what kind of strings or what gauge strings are on the guitar that you own, if you're a new player, it's probably 10s. 10 to 46 is extremely popular gauge set, and so these will go on just fine. And of course, we also have instructions on our forums on how to change your strings. If you've never done it before, I know a lot of people haven't and they're afraid to do it. We've got an illustrated guide where I went through on an Epiphone Les Paul Jr., the same guitar that you get in the starter pack for Rocksmith, and I show you how to change the strings. And you also get those Wonder Wipes that I love. But all you have to do to win all that stuff is whatever Black Widow tells you to do. She's going to need your name. She's going to need your address. She's going to need your phone number. We don't use this stuff for any nefarious purposes. We just have to give it to the mailroom so that they can give it to FedEx or UPS so that if they get lost, they know how to contact you directly and they don't send all your wonderful prizes back to us. Because let me tell you this, they don't send us extra. So if anything comes back, we keep it. I'm not lying. We finally got somebody just decided not to write in and say, well, I don't want my prizes. So that's how I figured out, hey, this is how Wonder Wipes work.
All
I
right.
actually used them. It was pretty cool. So, yeah, that's the gig. Good luck. We'll send out those prizes. If we get your information in time, I'll try to send them out tomorrow. You'll probably get them right after the holiday. But yeah, if you were part of our streams last week, we had 2 streams, one on Thursday and a big special holiday special, 2 hours where everybody played one of their favorite songs that had come out for Rocksmith 2014 this year. All those prizes are now out. They're shipped. They're on their way to you. I don't know when you'll get them. You might get them in time for the holiday. You might not, because as you can understand, all of the delivery services are a little overtaxed right now. But if you are in America, you're going to get it by UPS, and if you're in any other country but the United States of America, even Canada, you guys are going to get it FedEx just like the rest of the world. So that's the delivery person you should be looking for if you are a winner in any of our contests. I I think that's all I've got. Greg seems like
he
he
going to
doesn't.
see Star Wars tonight?
I'm not going to see Star Wars tonight. The Mona Leia. A couple people had noticed in the chat they liked my
Awesome.
T-shirt. I'm very proud of the Mona Leia shirt.
Good.
No, I have my tickets for Saturday morning.
That's a good time
but I've
to
already
go,
got a
probably.
spoiler. Darth Vader is Luke's dad. There you go. Deal with that. I'm getting nothing for Christmas. Yeah, I'm super looking forward to it. This is a huge part of my childhood. And then my teenagerhood, and then my young adulthood, and then my old age as well.
I will be sure to spoil it for you tomorrow.
Oh, you bastard. I wanted to have a Star Wars wedding. Well, my wife and I decided it was either going to be a medieval wedding or a Star Wars wedding, and she won because it was a medieval wedding. But we always said, maybe we'll renew our vows someday for a Star Wars wedding.
Do it.
I am ready to do it. I am absolutely ready to do it. So in any case, yes, if you're enjoying the film, just enjoy it yourself. Don't say a damn thing to anybody else about it, because this means a lot to a lot of people. So don't be that person, right? Don't spoil it. Just let everything be. Hey, enjoy the weekend. If you're going to see the film, enjoy the film. And of course, I am talking about the film, but we've never actually said the name of it. It's Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Road Chip. Now, you're laughing, but guess what? Rocksmith is in the new Alvin and the Chipmunks movie that opens this weekend that probably nobody's going to go see because of Star Wars. But it just so happens that in the course of the plot, one of the human characters needs to learn how to play guitar. How do they learn how to play guitar? They use Rocksmith 2014. Swear to God. We were contacted by the movie folks about a year ago, I think it was, for permission, and we granted permission for Rocksmith to be used in the movie. But after that, we don't know in what context it's going to be used. So we haven't seen the film. We didn't get final cut.
Does he learn guitar? Do we even know
I
if he's successful, or he's just like, nah, this thing sucks?
Speaking of spoiler alerts, I think, based on the context that I've been able to pick up from the trailers and stuff, I think that the character does, in fact, learn how to play guitar successfully with Rocksmith 2014. Yes. But I don't know. It could be the villain, for all I know. It's like, so I have no idea. But if you find yourself at the theater going, we can't get into Star Wars, what do you want to see? You can be the person that suggests to your family, I know that Rocksmith is in Alvin and the Chipmunks. And Jason Lee's kind of cool.
From your family.
You know, Justin Long is the voice of Alvin. I didn't realize that. Justin Long is the voice. Yeah, go figure. And I've heard a couple of the songs. I guess they released the soundtrack, to build hype in advance. I heard one of the morning shows do some samples from the Turn Down for What by the Chipmunks has got to be one of the worst things I've ever heard. And I collect novelty music, and even I was like, no, just don't, no. So in any case, yeah, thank you for tuning in. That has nothing to do with anything. We will be back on Tuesday, the 22nd. We'll do a special stream that is pre-recorded, but the giveaways will be live. So if you didn't win something today, don't worry. Come on back Tuesday if you've got time on Tuesday the 22nd for our Stone Temple Pilots stream. It'll be 6 songs. We're going to play all of the songs that are going to be available next week. They will be available Tuesday and then Wednesday if you're in Europe on PS4, because they update a little bit later due to the time shift and everything. Thank you so much for tuning in to see us today. We love spending time with you guys on Thursdays, and we're looking forward to next year when we'll do it all over again. If you want to stay in touch in the meantime, go ahead and follow us on Twitter at RocksmithGame, at Ubisoft Studio SF. We'll be doing some giveaways of Mötley Crüe codes tomorrow on the at Ubisoft Studio SF Twitter account. And then on Christmas Eve, there will also be some giveaways on at RocksmithGame. So if you're just looking for free stuff, that's okay. We'll take it. We'll take your attention. It's fine. We're going to leave you with a look at all 5 of the Mötley Crüe songs that are available now on all platforms worldwide. And hopefully you and yours have a lovely holiday season. See you later, everybody.
time and nothing keeps me together at the seams. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Home, sweet home. Tonight, I'm on my way. Just set me free. Home, sweet home. Home, sweet home. Home, sweet home. Home, sweet If he's love, then he wants to be the blood between his thighs. And then he'll have a cry for wow, wow, wow. He'll put the strength to the test, he'll put the thrill